How's it going, guys? This is RaiderKnight, and today in this episode of Rucoy Online, we're going to be farming some dragons. Nothing crazy, but it's been a while since we've been in this game. I'm still waiting for that big update that was planned, and I hope it comes soon. It'd be nice. Overall, I think when the update does come out, we're going to be doing probably a lot of videos, and we're going to be kickstarting our Season 8, and we're going to be doing a lot of that type of stuff. Any update news coming out yet? Of course, no, I said this. But we might have maybe a Halloween miniature update, but that's nothing important. But I don't know. I hope a real update comes out soon, because I don't think I think if nothing comes out this month, the game is officially dead. The server, it's noon, and it has what is it, 70 people on Columbus Day. Half the people in the country are probably off today. So I mean, I don't know. It's just pretty crazy how nobody's even on servers right now. Because at the game's height, you were seeing 1,000 people every day on every server. And it was pretty crazy. So yeah, I don't think it... And I think the game is doing better than it did when I originally started. In terms of people playing it right now, but even then, the people playing right now are, a lot of them are more toxic than the original people who played. So, I don't know. I think the game is slowly dying. I think it's not going to survive in its current state unless we see a real update this month. And that's really about it. I think the game won't make it. Of course, you always have those new players discovering the game. But will they actually enjoy the game if there's not really any reason to play it, because there's nobody joining, and there's a lot of people are quitting all the time? I don't know. Maybe something's changed from when I started this game to now. Maybe it was a big change, and maybe I'm missing it. Maybe there's just a whole part of Rucoy that has just died, and that's the reason it's not as fun as it used to be. Maybe it's just when you start the game. Maybe I know this as personal experience, but when I started the game, it was easy to make friends. Maybe nowadays, when I even play as my side accounts nobody knows about, I don't know, it'd be harder, maybe. And I guess the community as a whole is a little bit more negative, overall. Maybe that's the reason. Or maybe it's even just it's harder to level up early on. It is hard to level up early on compared to when I started. It takes a lot more work, and it takes a lot more gold to really start out, because you really can't do anything without getting your stats up at the start of the game. It's not the hardest thing to get up your stats and all that, but I don't know, I don't think a lot of people want to do that, and I think a lot of people from early on figure out what this game is just by people saying there's not much to do. I think overall people saying that there's not a lot to do in this game is also a thing that makes new players not want to play it anymore. But I don't know. Overall, I think the game still offers a decent amount of content for being free. But then again, the shops are also pretty cancerous. And I think everybody starts on NA1 right when they get this game. So having people start on that server is not a very good thing. It makes people realize how cancerous the community is and how much gold you really need for stuff. And when people are farming early on and getting 20 gold and seeing people selling stuff for millions of gold, it starts to probably get to them. And maybe they just don't want to play anymore. I don't know. Those are my guesses of why people don't want to play this game. But I don't know. I think the game is still fun to play just every now and then. Right now I'm playing it, so if that tells you anything. It's still fun, but it's not as fun as it could be. And it needs more updates, and it just needs content and an overall fix, an overall goal for the game, because I don't know, it just feels like it's lacking that entire community touch. It feels we have our community, but it's not a very well balanced community. It's more of a I don't know, a one set community. Everybody kind of knows what this game is, and nobody really does anything past that. I don't know. And a lot of the community is just quitting, as I said, and dying off. And nobody really wants to play anymore. People sold their accounts, which is another problem the game has when you're selling your accounts and giving it to these noobs who don't know how to play the game. and they usually end up just being power abusers or noobs who don't ever understand how the game actually ran before. It's kind of weird, but a lot of these people who just get these free accounts will never know like how to build their account. They'll never know how to cherish leveling, and that's another thing that makes them kind of cancerous and makes them not want to play the game and makes more people quit. It's kind of a circle of effect if you really think about it. You get the content for the game, and that's when the most active, most good people step in. But after the content starts to like die off, you get a lot of these cancerous people who are buying accounts, and cancerous people who are overall just negative in general. And that's kind of how the community rolls. And I think overall, if the game wants to survive, we just need a big update. It's been months, almost 9 months, since a real update back in, like, what was it, February? I guess we had that June update, but nobody really liked it. Name one person who liked the team dungeons that much. It was not an important update. The ice update was pretty good, I would say, overall. A very good update. It wasn't that bad. The dragon update, again, not the greatest update in the world, but it added a whole new zone, new armor, and it kind of changed up the game forever. And overall, those updates both stand out pretty well. They both did their part. They added new zones, they added new mechanics to the game, and they added new things to make the game more revolutionary. The arena, player shops, all that type of stuff. Actually, the player shops was in June, but it really wasn't that big of a deal. I'm talking about like the actual stands. Nobody really liked them that much. It was decent at first, I guess, but nobody really uses them. They still do that bot crap, and they just AFK in town, so it really didn't change that much, because why would people spend diamonds when they can just AFK in town, you know? Overall, I don't know. The game just needs to find its goal and its purpose again. I really never have seen anybody really see where this game is going for a while. Because right now, the developers don't know where they want to take this game, I think. And overall, the game has lost its plan and its overall goal. Of course, they were talking about guilds as the next update, but will guilds actually save this game from death? It might, but it depends if they decide to ruin guilds. It depends if they decide to make guilds cost diamonds, or if they make it like the friends list. The only way to get more people is to spend diamonds. I think a lot of these things can kill the game, and I think if they don't think it well out, and they don't make a smart choice and make it gold to do a lot of these things, it's going to kill the game. Because the original people who liked this game were people who wanted a free MMO without pay to win, without all this type of stuff, and an easy to play experience where they knew what they were getting right when they jumped in. But nowadays, since a lot of things cost diamonds and everything, is harder to get because the markets are screwed up. It makes the game harder to play, and it makes a lot of people hate the game, and it makes a lot of people quit the game, and people sell their accounts, and the circle continues. It's just like I said. Overall, I hope it all balances itself out eventually, and we get more updates, but I don't know, maybe the game won't survive. It's always a possibility. I hope it goes for the best. Tell me your opinions in the comments, and I'll see you all for the next video. Peace.